Now, if you've been a subscriber to my channel for a while, you will be thinking to yourself, hang on a minute, Daryl did an unboxing of an M10P about a year ago. I did, and there's a good reason why I'm doing another unboxing of an M10P, black version. Also, I'm doing a test video. I've set up a whole new studio. It's taken me about 2 weeks to get the acoustics to about 80% of what I want, and the space and the lighting and everything. So I wanted to do a video and do a test video basically. So I thought this would be a great video to do an unboxing of an M10P. Talk about what's coming up in the future with Leica mount lenses and products, and basically just give you my thoughts of an M10P because I owned one for nearly a year. Now, this is a New Zealand version of an M10P. It's still sealed in the box. It actually hasn't been opened. The extra tape on the top is because the outer box got damaged. Now, this has been sitting on my desk for about 5 weeks. And yeah, I really need to unbox it because I have a few lenses to review, which are M-mount lenses. Now, some are budget M-mount lenses and some are quite expensive M-mount lenses. And I'll also be reviewing some vintage M-mount lenses, or adaptable to M-mount, because some of them are screw mount. So you have to use an adapter for that. So let's unbox the M10P and I'll tell you what the differences are with the M10P to the standard M10 and why I didn't buy the monochrome, which is why I sold my M10P, was to buy the monochrome. The monochrome is a nice camera. A couple of reasons why I didn't buy one is that there's none available in New Zealand anyway. You can't get one in New Zealand. And at the moment, I can't leave New Zealand. And I really don't want to ship such an expensive camera from overseas. Wait a minute. That wasn't that loud. Okay, now, this is how a Leica comes boxed. Now, this is an M10P. Yes, I did own an M10P about a year ago. I sold it a couple months ago to buy the M10 monochrome. Now, the reason I didn't get the monochrome in the end was because I didn't want to get stuck with just a black and white camera. If I want to shoot black and white, I shoot with my M6 and a black and white film, which is the best way to shoot black and white, to be truthful. And the other reason is I can't get one in New Zealand. I'd have to ship it in from overseas. And I was a little bit worried about shipping a 16,000 New Zealand dollar camera from overseas. Yes, it is 16,000 New Zealand dollars for an M10 monochrome. And no, I'm not that crazy. So I bought another M10P. These are still in stock in New Zealand. We have no M10D, we have no M10 monochrome, we have no EVFs. There's a lot of stuff we can't get in New Zealand. We just run out of stock. So I'm going to unbox this camera, talk about what I think of the camera, show you what's in the box, and some accessories that I recommend. And at the end of this video, I will talk about what's coming up with the Leica M mount lenses and what I will be reviewing. So if you've never opened the Leica box, I'm going to use a knife for this because this bit, you have to bend out that there. Put that out of the way. Right. And it opens up like that, which is quite nice. So we'll take that out. And sorry, you have to wait for the sound. Yeah, that was quite loud. Right. Okay. It's more like a watch box, to be truthful. It's a nice experience open up a Leica box. So down the bottom. Actually, no, I won't go to the bottom. I'll go to the middle one. There's a middle drawer here. Now in this drawer, you will get all your documentation, which you have a Leica M10P starter guide. One is in German and one is in English. You have a 3-month membership to Adobe Creative Cloud Photography Plan, which gives you Lightroom Classic and Adobe Photoshop. I don't need that because I already have them. You also have a guarantee card of the Leica M. This card here, which basically has a signature of the person that's checked your camera and also the signature of the person that boxed your camera, which is a nice feature. You've got how to use your M10 charger. I have no idea what that is. And this is an International Leica Society 1-year free digital membership, which is very nice. The Leica community is quite unique. They're a bit hardcore, I would say, but they have a reason to be, because Leica cameras are quite expensive. People spend a lot of money on them and they're very passionate about them. They haven't changed for, well, quite a long time actually. The Leica M has been around so long now and it still hasn't changed. It's been tweaked, it's been improved, it's gone from film obviously to digital, but you're still getting the same experience. When I shoot with my M6 or my MP and I shoot with an M10, it's exactly the same, to be truthful. I did actually want the M10D. I really wanted to try that one, but there wasn't one in stock, so I went with the M10P. So the bottom drawer has all your accessories, and with the Leica, they're really well packaged. So you get these little bags. In here will be the black leather neck strap, which I won't actually use. I never use the Leica neck straps, I don't like them. You have your charger. We'll get to the charger in a minute. I use another charger. I don't actually use a Leica charger because where I used to travel a lot, I have a different charger, which I think works better. You have your M10 battery, and in here you'll have all your power cords. Now in New Zealand we don't actually get the power cord, it's a figure of 8, but you do have other international ones, and you also have this cable, which is a 12-volt charger which plugs into your car, and then you can charge your battery with that charger from this cable. Again, never used it. So I really hope this is a matte black Leica M10-P. If it's a silver one, I'm going to be so disappointed. Yes, it's a black one. Okay, right. So that's how it's packaged in there. It's always a nice experience opening up a Leica camera. Look at that, it's still got the grease on top of it, amazing. So that there is a Leica M10-P. This is the matte finish, matte black. You can also get a silver version. It's a 0.72 viewfinder. It's 24 megapixels. It has the new button layout as opposed to the old M240. So it's a much simpler button layout. It's a really, really nice camera. The one problem with this is, if you can see, I don't know if you can see on there, that I noticed after a while, it really shows fingerprints, but I can live with that, it's not a problem. This coating on there is a special coating. It's the same as the QP. So they are together, they're the same coating basically. I'll talk about my QP later on in another video. Now the differences are with this camera, you have a quieter shutter, you have a built-in level, and you have a touchscreen. Now, the touchscreen is a nice feature because when you're used to your modern cameras and your smartphone, you kind of naturally go and touch the screen to zoom in and operate the camera. With this, you get that. The M10 didn't have a touchscreen, as in the sense of what this has. This is slightly different. But it's the shutter that makes a difference, and it's the fact it's missing the red dot. Now, as with Leica, you pay more if you get less. So the M10D is more expensive than the M10, and it has no screen on the back. This has no red dot. So you're actually going to pay more not to have the red dot. I know it doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but that's just the way it is with Leica. So the MP on this camera, so it's M10P, stands for Mechanical Perfection. That was what I was told. If you know different, please let me know down in the comments section. Now, I'm not going to go over all of the specs on this camera. It has a built-in level, which the M10 doesn't. It has a different shutter, much quieter shutter, and it has a touchscreen. That's the other thing. It has a touchscreen on the back. Because of the new studio setup, I can actually get more videos out now. So I've set the studio up, I've done all the acoustics, and hopefully this is going to work really well, and I can get more videos out because I get quite busy, I get sidetracked, and I have to set the studio up again. I've set up a permanent studio now, which looks a lot better. The lighting looks a lot better. Got a massive softbox here. I've got a microphone up here, so the microphone's not on my face. I have 2 lights at the back of me, which are going to give me the color, and I have this really nice acoustic setup. Hopefully it's a lot better than what it was before. So one of the accessories I recommend you get for an M10 or an M10P is this Nitecore charger. Now this is a dual battery charger and it's USB. So you can plug it into any USB battery bank or USB socket basically on your laptop even, and charge your batteries on the go, which is much better than the actual charger that Leica give you. Nowadays everything's USB chargeable and this works really well. And you've actually got a nice display at the top here that shows you the battery life and how much is left to be charged and so on. Now I've done a review on this and the link will pop up here and it'll be down in the description. So check that out. It's a really nice charger. Now they just don't make chargers for Leica, they make chargers for many other camera batteries. So check out their products as well. So I'll actually put a link down below to the actual dual charger from Nitecore. So another item I recommend for the M10, or actually any Leica camera actually, is this. This is the LightPix Flash. Now this is the Q20 Mark II. This is a $120 flash. It's a really nice powerful little flash. It works on 2 AA batteries. It comes with a set of gels and you can actually bounce the flash, which is quite nice. I'll show you on my M6 here. So if you put it in, it has a really nice other feature. So the transmitter and the flash are detachable. So you can actually hold the flash in one hand and have the camera here and use it like that, and it works really well. It's a really, really nice flash, and it also has a built-in LED light as well, which is quite handy because I use this, especially when I'm doing nighttime photography or when I'm doing street photography at night. I actually use this light to see in my bag to find stuff. That comes in very handy. But the flash is really, really good. Again, I've done a review on that, and I've also done a review on using the Leica Q with a flash nighttime photography to see what effect you can actually get with a flash like this. That was actually shot in Snake Alley with Robin in Taiwan. So those 2 videos will be down below in the description, and one of them will pop up here for you to check it out. That's a really nice accessory, and it's very cheap. It's probably the best flash you're going to get under $200. It's about $129 US. You can order it on Amazon. A link to the flash will be down in the description. But yeah, highly recommended this flash. I love this. I've actually ordered another one as a spare because it's just a very, very simple flash to use. It's got nothing special in the back, just buttons. It's not over the top. It's very easy to use, and it's very small, and it runs on 2 AA batteries. So over the next few weeks, I will be doing some reviews on M mount lenses. Now, they are from different brands. Some are very cheap and some are more expensive, but I will also be testing some vintage lenses, some older lenses. They will be tested on the M10-P and also on my M6. Now, if you are a subscriber to my channel, you would recognize this camera. I did a video a few months ago saying goodbye to this camera. I had sold it, and I had a deal with the person that purchased it. If he ever wanted to sell it again, he had to sell it back to me, give me first refusal. And he did, and I bought it back. And I am never going to sell this camera. I miss this camera so much. This is such a beautiful camera to use. This is the M6 TTL. I've got some modifications coming for it. I want to change a few things on it, but it has a 0.58 viewfinder, which is really good for 28mm, which is what I shoot most of the time. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be testing lenses like this amazing lens here, which is on a Canon 7S. Now, this camera has been loaned to me by a very good friend who trusts me a lot. And I'm not actually going to review the camera because I don't want to, because it's quite an old camera and I'm worried something will break on it. This is not the 0.95. That thing is massive. And I have no intention of testing that. But this is the Canon 50mm 1.2 lens. Okay, so this is a f1.2. It's a very unique lens, beautiful lens. I've done some quick tests on it. It is a screw mount, so I do have to get an adapter to put it on the M10 and the M6. But all of the lenses will be tested on both cameras. So they'll be tested with film and they'll be tested with digital. So you guys can see the difference and see what it is. Because to be truthful, some of the old vintage lenses are not the sharpest, but on film, you don't need to worry about the sharpness too much because you're not going to get the sharpness you're going to get when you get with digital. So the review on that lens will be coming up. And I also have a couple of other lenses, which one of them has been reviewed a little bit, which has been sent to me to review, and another one hasn't been reviewed anywhere on YouTube yet. So that will be quite interesting. So remember to subscribe and hit a little bell, and you'll get a notification when those videos come out on the review of the lenses with the M10-P and also the M6 TTL. So you will see a review with film and digital, which makes it quite unique. We'll be doing a video in a couple of weeks on the Leica Q and what to look for if you're buying a second-hand Leica Q, and what my thoughts are of the camera. So that will be coming in a couple of weeks. So remember to subscribe, hit that little bell icon, and you get a notification when that video comes up, and then when the Leica M mount lenses videos come out as well. As always, thank you so much for watching.